wondered how some entrepreneurs are able to confidently double their income without doubling their effort? They're not taking on more clients, they're not working extra hours, they're not feeling overwhelmed, overspent, or guilty. In fact, they're having more fun in their business and with their clients as they double their income without doubling their effort. In today's video, I'm going to talk about two types of entrepreneurs: those who confidently raise their fees and sell premium value offers, and those who are afraid to. Because what I've noticed is that there's really two operating systems running underneath pricing and sales. There's an operating system that is based on confidence, and there's an operating system that is based on fear. So I'm going to share 4 beliefs of those who confidently raise their fees and those who don't. And if you have ever said to yourself or to a colleague or family member, like, I know I bring a tremendous amount of value to my clients, like my impact is undeniable, but my fees don't reflect it. And I don't know why I'm hesitating to raise my fees. This video is for you. So I've said this before, and it needs to be said again. Belief is the biggest transformation tool. Belief is the biggest transformation tool. And often we don't even realize what we are believing, but we can always see what we're believing based on our actions. So here are the 4 beliefs. Let's start with number 1, of those who are operating in terms of raising their fees and selling premium value offers and even higher premium value offers from a confident operating system. The first is they believe that wanting more money, wanting more time off to spend with those they love doing what they love is a good thing. Not only is it a good thing, I've noticed those who are believers, they believe it's a God thing. They look at John 10:10 and they're like, yeah, God wants me to have life and life more abundantly. Like, God wants me to prosper. So when it comes to raising their fees, doubling their income, tripling their income, they feel good about it. Versus those who operate from a fear-based operating system, they may desire more. Like, I want to make more money. I want to sell higher level offers, but they feel guilty for wanting more. Like, they feel guilty for having wants and needs. And this is happening on the subconscious level. And so there's this internal conflict that's happening. It's like, I want more, but because unconsciously they feel guilty for wanting more, their actions align with that unconscious belief and guilt. The second belief is those who operate from a confident belief system. They believe in their value. They believe in the value that they bring to the marketplace. They believe that in the value that they bring to clients. They believe in the results they help their clients achieve, right? They don't question their value, right? And they value their value. So discounting their fees, undercharging, giving it away for free, like, that doesn't make sense because that's not their belief system. They believe, yes, I should be paid a lot of money to solve problems for my clients. And it doesn't matter that it's easy for me to do. I know it's hard and valuable for others. and I believe in my value. And stop, point. Like, I don't have any sense of guilt. I'm not questioning, my prices. I'm pricing based on the results I help my clients achieve. I'm pricing based on what makes me feel good. I'm pricing based on what I believe clients will pay for this transformation. I'm pricing based on the lifestyle I want to have, the things I want to do. Yeah, like, I bring value, point blank, no questions asked. Dramatically different than those who operate from a fear-based operating system when it comes to their value. Like, they will say, like, I know I bring value, I know I'm value, but they still doubt it. It doesn't matter how long they've been in business. It doesn't matter how many client testimonials or how many client results they have. They still question their value. And it makes sense because this is happening on the unconscious level. And it makes also sense because they were programmed not to value themselves or their value. That's what they were programmed not to have value in themselves, or to think less of themselves, right? And so this is really important because this is where there's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of wavering. There's a lot of hesitation that are happening in their actions. Like, yes, I want to raise my fees, but maybe not now. Or yes, I want to sell premium value, but maybe not now. Maybe I need another testimonial. Maybe I need another this. Maybe I need a better website. Maybe I need a better brand. Maybe I need because what's really happening is that because they were programmed to believe that they're not enough, their nervous system, that makes them feel safe. And so it's like their nervous system is playing tricks on them, which is really their unconscious mind is like, no, this is where we are. And so they're expending a lot of energy and a lot of effort and a lot of time wavering and doubting their value, where those who have a confident belief system, like, there's no time wasted, right? I'm not looking to the marketplace to see what others are doing. I know the value I bring, and this is the price that I'm going to price it at. And whereas the other group, again, this belief system, is like looking at the marketplace. Should I, shouldn't I, when shouldn't I, when's the best time? A lot of energy and effort spent here. Let's go to the third belief. The third belief, such like dramatically different. I know these are the two operating systems, is those who are operating from a confident belief system. They believe it's possible. What is it? It's possible to not only get paid a lot of money doing what they love to do, what is easy for them to do, but it's possible that many people will say yes to their offer, whatever price point it is, right? 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 1 million. Yeah, it's possible to be paid. One of the reasons they believe this is because they too have it invested at the level that they're selling. So, like, one is they already have, the proof that people will do it is like, I did it. So if I did it, someone else will do it, right? That's number one. And not only do they believe it's possible, their actions are focused on positioning properly to be found by those clients who are actively looking to get their problem solved, that their offer solves, and on presenting their offer. Like, that's where they spend their time, their effort, and their energy on, making sure that I'm positioned where I can be found by those clients who are looking for my solution, and two, making sure that I'm presenting my offer in a way that clearly communicates the payoff, how my client's life will change with my offer. That's where they're spending their effort because they believe it's possible. Now, those who are on the other belief system, they don't believe it's possible. Again, what's it? They don't believe that people will really pay them their higher fees, whatever that is. One is, and I see this all the time, is they don't believe what they're selling because they have never bought at the level that they're investing in. So they don't even know it like personally in their soul. But two, even if they have clients who have paid their higher level fee, they're like, well, they will, but will there be other people who will? Again, the doubt is there. And so that's where they hesitate. And they also spend a lot of time proving to themselves and maybe others that their offer is valuable, right? They're not focused on presenting. They're focused on proving, which is two different energies. And since they're focused on proving, they may overfunction. They may do more than that is necessary. It's not that they are too much, but they're doing too much because they're trying to prove to themselves and also others that it's really possible to be paid a lot of money to do what they love to do, what is easy for them to do, and is hard and valuable for others. Listen, I have a no-cost training on the 7 biggest pricing mistakes women entrepreneurs make that keep them from raising their fees. 4 of these mistakes I see 90% of women make. And in fact, if you're making mistake number 7, chances are you may never get paid for the true value that you deliver. If you want to get instant access to this training, just click on the link in the comment sections, the pinned comment, and you'll get this training. Okay, let's move on to the 4th belief, which I believe honestly is the most telling. And it's the one that I used to struggle with. And this is the belief around no, the word no, right? So those entrepreneurs who are operating from a confident belief system, a self-trust belief system, they look at no's as feedback. Like, okay, you said no to my offer. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. And you'll thanks for letting me know. They don't take it as personal rejection or personal. They take it as feedback. In fact, when they are presenting their new offer, they're like, let me get as many no's as I can. I realize, maybe the first time I presented, I'm not going to hit all the things that I need to hit. I may not be communicating everything I need to communicate. And I want to make sure that I communicate it to as many people as I can to get feedback, to see if people are like, yeah, I love it, or no, that doesn't make sense. So they know that their yeses, those who are going to say yes to their offer, there's going to be a lot of, it's in the land of no, I used to say, right? I still say. So they look at no's really differently. And they're like, okay, let's go. How many no's did I get? Right? Okay, I know I might as well, I know I need at least 100 no's, right? Before I say this doesn't work. Or, I need to, before they think it doesn't work, right? Or no one's buying. Very, very, very different belief than those who are operating from a fear-based system. They believe that no is a personal attack. The thought of hearing no is something they will avoid at all costs. So if I feel like I'm going to hear no, and listen, this was me. Like, I don't even want to think about hearing no. So either I'm not raising my fees or I'm not presenting my offer. Because the thought of hearing no felt such like a personal attack. When the truth is, no is not personal, no is feedback. And so what happens is when they hear no, instead of saying, okay, I'm getting feedback, I know I got to get my reps in. I know I need to, practice this in my delivery. And, like they're so focused. And let me know if this is you. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm like, this was me. Like, so much anxiety around it. And then that no is like, oh, it doesn't work. And they often quit too soon. But the feeling of the release, their nervous system is like, on fire. So it's like, oh my gosh, the release of not hearing no, it's like, oh, it's better, right? Like, it's like, wait, I wanted to raise my feet, but the thought of possibly hearing no, I didn't even want to endure that. So here's my question for you. We know that belief is the biggest transformation tool, and we're always believing things. The question is, do your beliefs support your desire for your business and your life? Are your beliefs pulling you forward intentionally or pulling you back? And what I know is we can change our beliefs, right? Like and I'd love to hear in the comments, like, Althea, this was me or this is me. Like, I was operating under a fear-based belief system. And the wonderful thing is we can change our belief. We can adopt new beliefs. And so we constantly want to ask her, like, what am I believing? Is it supporting my desires? Is everything moving in that same direction? Now I need to change my belief. And those who've been on the channel a while know I love Joshua, the book of Joshua. But I always think about Joshua and Caleb. And they're with their 10 other peers, and they believed differently than their peers. They believed differently, so they saw differently, and they spoke differently, and their actions were different, and only them, because of their belief, were they able to cross over to the promised land. So I'd love to hear from you. Which of the 4 beliefs are you currently believing? Again, judgment-free zone. We can't change what we're not aware of. And again, because we have been programmed to believe what we believe, and many times we're programmed initially in our family of origin. So we've been programmed to believe this, and we're around other people who we love who believe the same thing. It's not until we are around other people, it's like, oh wait, that's not true. So I'd love to hear from you, which of the 4, or it's really which of the 8 is your dominant belief when it comes to pricing, raising your fees, pricing and sales. Let's continue the conversation. And until then, I can't wait to hear from you. Take care. God bless. Love you. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we release a new video. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Go to altheamcintyre.com to get your free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that keep you from 7 figures.